Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the internet, and welcome back to Critical Smite Reviews. It's the Christmas season, so in honor of that, we're going to be reviewing a holiday classic, Halloween. Because let's face it, no one really watches this show. We begin this tale with a pumpkin. Well, this isn't so bad. Look at that happy little pumpkin. Too close. We begin in Haddonsfield, Illinois, 1963, where, by the angle, it appears that Warwick Davis as his leprechaun persona is stalking a pair of teenagers. I mean, that's just my best guess.
Let's go upstairs.
Okay.
No, don't you understand? That's what the killer wants! Oh no! They turned the lights off! But no, really, why did that get a musical sting? Like, what? Whoa, nobody mentioned that clowns would be in this movie. And this is the part where I have to ask, what were they doing up there? I mean, I understand that, teenagers have the urges and things, but the time between the lights going off and him coming down these stairs is literally 1 minute and 10 seconds. What were they doing? And thus, Michael's first prey is had. Though I give Michael credit, because I personally find it really hard to stab people when I'm not looking at them. So I told him, Doris, I said, Michael, if you see your sister with that boy again, I want you to stab her to death. Of course, I didn't mean that literally. I hope he understood.
Michael?
Oh, Doris, I blame myself and my colorful vernacular. Cut to 15 years later and we meet Michael's psychiatrist, Dr. Loomis, who doesn't really think much of him.
You haven't anything to worry about. He hasn't spoken a word in 15 years. Just try to understand what we're dealing with here. Don't underestimate it.
Don't you think we could refer to it as him?
If you say so.
The compassion's overwhelming, Doctor.
What a pleasant man. Get it? He's Donald Pleasant. Never mind.
Since when did they let them wander around?
Hey, nobody said there'd be zombies in this movie! I'm less impressed by that athletic feat and more impressed by that noise he made. Right, guys, fess up. Who taught the crazy psycho how to drive? We now return to Haddonfield, where we run into the main character, played by Jamie Lee Curtis, and through a boy she babysits, she spouts some exposition, like the fact that nobody lives in the Myers house, her father is selling it, and that it's been deserted for a bunch of years. Also, through the kid, we find out that a lot of people are scared of it. But the problem is about that is that it leads up to make it sound like the house is important. But it's not. I mean, a lot of things happen around it, but the main plot doesn't even happen here. The main climax happens in a separate house that we don't even actually see until the end. So it's kind of pointless, actually.
I had you all alone, just the two of us.
Foreshadowing. We then cut back to Loomis and how he's complaining about nobody believed him and now they're all going to pay for what has happened because he's kind of just really whiny, how these movies usually go.
Haddonfield is 150 miles away from here. Now, for God's sakes, he can't drive a car. He was doing very well last night. Maybe someone around here gave him lessons.
Movie, just because you mention your own plot holes, it doesn't make them okay.
Is fate. You see, fate caught up with several lives here. No matter what course of action Collins took, he was destined to his own fate, his own day of reckoning with himself.
Rest in peace, foreshadowing. You were just beaten to death by Halloween. Hey, bucko, running like that, you wouldn't want to hurt anybody, would you? And this is literally most of the movie. It's either Michael Myers walking around, driving around, scaring the chicks or not, or these girls talking about things I don't care about. I see the movie, I think is trying to build tension, but the only problem is, I don't know, it's just not working for me. I mean, we know he's a crazy psycho dude who killed his sister, and now he's in town. There's not much more tension. You know he's going to kill people, and you're pretty sure you know who. There's nothing else to build. This movie spends like 40 minutes on nothing. Just nothing.
Hey, isn't that Devon Graham?
I don't think so.
I think he's cute. Hey, jerk! Speed kills!
First, how the crap did he hear her? Second, what's the speed limit in this town? And third, I don't like her. I also find it kind of funny that Jamie Lee Curtis is the only teenager in this movie to actually be a teenager, but she looks like she could be 30 years old. What, did he just literally disappear? I mean, the movie cuts away, but she never looks away, so what, is she watching him and then all of a sudden he was gone? He has magical powers now? We also discover through Loomis's investigation that Michaels has stolen his sister's grave. Let's add apparently super strength to his list of magical powers. That, or the asylum has a really nice Bowflex.
Mr. Riddle is watching me. Mr. Riddle was watching you, Lori. Mr. Riddle is 87. You can still watch.
Yeah, it probably was her neighbor. I got a neighbor like that too. Oh, hey Mr. Jenkins. Such a kind man.
I met him 15 years ago. I was told there was nothing left. No reason, no conscience, no understanding, and even the most rudimentary sense of life or death, of good or evil, right or wrong. I met this 6-year-old child with this blank, pale, emotionless face and the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes. I spent 8 years trying to reach him, and then another 7 trying to keep him locked up because I realized that what was living behind that boy's eyes was purely and simply evil.
Well, I mean, you are a psychiatrist. I guess we'll have to take your word for it. We then get a scene where a girl loses a fight to an unlocked door. And finally, she dies. Holy crap, this movie. I mean, they literally sit there and tease us. It's like, no, oh, is she gonna die now? Oh, no, she's not gonna die. And then we're gonna watch about a 2-minute scene about her getting her keys before she finally gets strangled to death. Oh my god! I think I have issues. Wait, no one heard that? I guess they just don't make horns like they used to. While this is happening, Jamie Lee Curtis is babysitting some kids, and Loomis is taking way too much joy in scaring away a couple kids from the Michael Myers house. I mean, just look at that face. And then some Michael Myers murder fodder. I mean, just look at them.
Okay, Linda. Come on out.
Wait a minute. That knife is holding his body up? A knife! A regular butcher knife. Heck, even Michael looks like he's amazed at the impossibility of this kill. And then the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen happens. Michael Myers is wearing a sheet that he had to have personally made as he walks in on this dude's girlfriend, pretending to be him. It's actually kind of funny. He just stands there. It just feels like he forgot what his plan was midway through. He's just like, wait, I was supposed to do something. What was... Oh, right, killer! That's what I was supposed to do. Yeah, that.
Annie, are you all right?
All right, Michael, you got this. What do you say? She just got hung up. The line was disconnected. I'm your brother. Ah, dang it! Stage fright. No. And so, Jamie Lee Curtis investigates the weird noises her friends are making and finds the body. And the other one. How's it hanging? And her other friend's body.
Oh, God, help me, please! Hello? Hello? Oh? Hello, help me! Man, please help me! Please! Can't you hear me? Oh, God!
That lady just totally abandoned the teenage girl screaming for help. Holy crap! And then she stabs him, and, and he falls down for actually a rather long time. But then, of course, he gets back up again. And then she stabs him again, and, he falls down. Yeah, but he gets back up again. See, there he is. Look at him. He's so cute. He's getting back up. And then he gets shot about 6 times in the chest. And falls out a window. Yeah, but he still gets back up again. But, I mean, this one's the end of the movie one. So that was the movie Halloween. I mean, I enjoyed it. I just think it might be a little outdated. I mean, the whole concept of someone sneaking into your house and strangling you to death is really... like, favorite, subscribe.